Hi guys. I haven't even got out of my scrubs yet this morning, but I wanted to hop on and make a video. I wasn't going to. I was hoping today would be uneventful. Last night, whatever you want to call it. And it wasn't, sadly, as much as I wanted it to be. So for starters, I walked in and the one patient who I always talk about, who I say has been there longer than me, her husband decided to make her a DNR yesterday, which, I'm very much a quality of life kind of person, and so I don't disagree with that decision. I would never question someone for making that decision. Next to him, or her, I'm sorry, we admitted someone. They've been in the hospital for a couple days, started in the ICU, went to the floor, came back to us because they obviously had breathing problems. I'm trying to not use medical terms. My niece said that she doesn't understand medical terms, and I know she watches these every day, so had breathing problems. We put a tube to help him breathe, and he came to our ICU. And then we spent the next 6 hours trying to keep this man alive. And it blows my mind because, yes, he was COVID positive. But up until today, he had been in the hospital for 5 days. Not for COVID, sure. His diagnosis is probably prompted. Like, it was probably brought on because of the COVID. I like how it's the COVID, like the Ohio State University. Anyways, yeah, so 6 hours, six and a half, almost 7 hours. That me and there were 4 nurses total on the unit tonight because our census, the amount of patients we have, has been low. In theory, we neglected every other patient to try to save this man for almost 7 hours. I think the worst part was that this man was fine until he wasn't. Like, this, he's not been sitting on my unit intubated for 4 weeks. His kidneys are not failing him. So at a certain point, there's only so much you can do at a hospital that doesn't have all of the, I don't even know what word I'm looking for. They don't have a cath lab. They don't have the opportunity to take someone in and do different interventions to try to save their heart or give them a fighting chance. They don't have these measures here at this hospital. And he wasn't stable enough to move. So we couldn't have tried to get him to a facility that had these things. And we tried, like, myself and 4 nurses were around this bed for 6.5 hours. 7 hours. Nonstop. I mean, sure, we would step back. We would throw a note in, chart something. I'd have to order stuff along the way. And then after doing it for, I don't know, 5-6 times of coding this man, we realized that there was nothing out, like it was out of our control. There was nothing else that we could offer him. We have done everything that we could at this point. And that's fine. I mean, and when I say fine, I'm not blowing off death. I'm not blowing it off. It's since, I mean, I've been here and I've seen a lot of death, and I've seen death prior to this, and I'm very much, you know, like I said earlier, I'm a believer of quality of life, and I understand there's only so much in my hands. There's only so much I can do. And there's only so much that the nursing staff can do. And at a certain point, it's out of your hands, right? Like you've done everything you can do at this point. And we knew there was nothing else, nothing. One of the nurses, Kevin, one of them Texas boys, always has to come out and shake things up, right? And he asked if we would all pray. And we literally stood around this man's bed and prayed. If our Facebook friend, you saw my post this morning, my faith is always wavering. But in that moment, I knew there was nothing else we could do. And the fact that this man, Kevin, felt it in his heart to pray for this guy. I've been here. Sorry, I gotta get my tissues. I've been here for going on 4 weeks. And you know, not one person has ever said that, offered that, asked for that. People in my hotel, I think, have tried to do like a gathering before they get on the bus and pray, like a little prayer circle, but that's not my thing. But this is the first time we have stood over someone who we've coded all night. And did that. And it just, I don't know, it hit something different today. Hit something different. So, clearly I didn't even want to shower before I came on and talked about it, because it just, I don't know. So then I tried to walk around to all the nurses and just kind of, as I'm saying goodbye, you know, reiterate that we did everything we could do. Like there was nothing else that we could do. And one of the nurses, she kind of has a strong personality, and that's fine. She said, "But did we?" Not like that. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at it. I said, "Yes, we did." And she kept going on and on about how he needed a cath lab and he needed a balloon pump and he needed this and he needed that. And I understand where she's coming from. He needed so much more than the hospital could give him, but we could not give him any more. We personally could not do anything else. The hospital we're working in did not have the means to do what she thinks he needed. And that's fine. He needed that. And I understand that. But in order for us to sleep at night, we have to also be okay with the fact that we did everything we could do. And so I think in that moment, She then took it, like, she took this moment, like, that I was at peace with. We prayed over this man, and we did everything we could do, and then she just kind of questioned that we didn't do everything that we could do, and I just, I didn't appreciate that, because I didn't come here to be attacked. Not that she was attacking me, but it was just in that moment I felt it personally, and I know it wasn't me personally. I know it was the situation. But we got put. This hospital is not made for this kind of shit. The unit we're on is not made for this kind of shit, and yet we are doing the best we can. And we all need to be able to sleep at night, or we're all going to be fucked up at the end of this. And so I just told her, this hospital don't have that stuff. Does not have that stuff. And yes, he needed it, but we did everything we could do in this moment. And it really kind of put a sour taste in my mouth, if you will, in this moment, that I'm like blown away by this one nurse who wants to pray over this guy and make sure that, you know, someone is in, like, praying for him. No families, like, yeah, we're starting to get more relaxed, and we're starting to let someone come in and visit these family members who are intubated in the ICU, but no one is at the bedside. No one is holding these people's hands. And he felt so drawn to do that. Like, that is amazing. And then on the other hand, you have someone who, like, takes away from this, I don't want to say peaceful death, because it was not peaceful by any means. You know, I don't want the nurses to go home and feel like they could have done more. We're doing everything we can do. At the end of the day, when we all walk out of New York and we all go home, we have to know that we've done everything we can. It's not my job to walk around and tell them that. I didn't have to do that. I wanted to do that. I wanted them to know that in the moment, we did that. We did everything for 6+ hours. Sorry, I'm disgusted. Anyways, that's my rant for a beautiful Sunday morning. Actually, it's raining, so it's not that beautiful, but it's Sunday, whatever that means for all you cool cats and hip kittens, whatever Carol Baskin says. I get awkward in emotional situations, if you can't tell, as I quote the Tiger King in this moment of emotions. Anyways, I just wanted to throw Kevin's name out there, because when he comes home to Texas, if you guys know this Kevin that I speak of, who came to New York for 3 weeks to make a difference, or at least to do what he could, you should be very proud to know this man. So, okay. I'm gonna shower. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna do it all over again tomorrow. So, thanks for listening. Bye.